All right, so I got a package today. I haven't seen what these look like yet, but let's open it up real quick and see what it is. Yes. We got them early. We got them from Sneakers. It's probably my biggest Sneakers W of the year so far. So let's go ahead and show you guys what these are. Ooh, weird. Those are crazy in hand. All right, so here's going to be the video on the Air Jordan 5 and the Off-White collaboration. Let's go ahead and get into it. What is going on, guys? Hes here. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram and Twitter, it's at heskicks. If you guys are wanting to shop this week's top sneaker deals that I try to curate for you every week, go ahead over to Collective Kicks, also linked in the description. This might be my biggest sneakers W of the year, though. I never hit on the app, hardly ever at least. Been really on fire, it feels like recently, but drop a comment in the comment section. What's your biggest sneaker W that you got this year? Curious to see what you guys have hit on, or if you guys have just gotten L's, unfortunately. I try a lot though, so I'm glad I'm able to actually start getting some stuff. This is crazy though. Like, I actually am super stoked about this one. We have the Off-White box here, and then the lace pouches here. So the box is pretty much the same as the previous version of the Air Jordan 5 Off-White, with the Swiss cheese holes reinforced with plastic underneath all the way around the box. Kind of cool, kind of original, different than some of the other stuff we've seen. Then when you open it up, you can see you have the Jumpman and the Off-White branding on the plastic. But here is a shoe, and I gotta say, man, in hand, these look pretty ridiculously dope. It's not as similar to the Fire Reds because of the way that it looks all aged and yellowed. And I like the fact that it looks kind of creamish and yellowish and stuff, just different than the stark white of the Fire Reds. One of my favorite colorways on the Air Jordan 5. This is like a really good version of like the Off-White twist. So the black colorway is the one that I really wanted, and I paid resale for this one, I think upwards of $780 or something like that. I can't remember what I paid for it, honestly. But when I saw the images of the sale colorway, I was definitely sold. I wanted to make sure that I scooped this one up. I was willing to pay resale for this one once the prices hopefully come down a little bit. But I'm glad I was able to get it for retail. I can't believe I hit on sneakers. Just super random, honestly. The wife wanted me to help get the kids in the car, and then it popped up on sneakers. I didn't actually have early access. My buddy Paul had early access, but I didn't. And then right as soon as the time, I think it was 9 o'clock or whatever in the morning, I looked down and all of a sudden, like, I could select my size and stuff. I was like, no way. Like, I didn't know that I was going to get access. So I instantly checked out, and then I looked at my wife's phone and she didn't have access. And I just couldn't believe that it just popped up, because again, I didn't get a precursor that said going to be available or something like that, or whatever it says you've been selected for something. It didn't say any of that stuff. So I lucked out and checked out on a pair and got them, man, which is insane. But yeah, man, this is a cool colorway and a nice play on an original, and then a nice follow-up to the black colorway. One of the things that's exactly the same as the black colorway is that outsole. You can see it's literally the same outsole. The midsole is exactly the same, but this one obviously has a Fire Red on it. They both have that 23 branding on the back, which is nice, and I like the fact that this one isn't done in red as well, so it gives it that extra little pop on the side. And then if you look at the tongue, you do have an embroidered Jumpman right there with the Swiss cheese holes all through it as well. The lace holder up top here does have some Fire Red on it as well, which is kind of cool. And this one is like a clear see-through, so it's not a solid color. Same with the lace lock. It's kind of like a clear gum, or like just a clear yellow. The Off-White tags are kind of done in that gum sole sort of color, as well as the plastic TPU on the laces. And even the netting on the sides feel like it's a little bit more yellow than on the black pair, but maybe it's just because the rest of it's yellow and it just makes it kind of look more yellow because of it. I don't know. I think the material on the upper is going to be one of those things that's hit and miss with people. It's the same as on the black pair, but some people might not like it. There's little diamond shapes all over the place, but it's kind of like rough to the touch. I don't know if it's like a nylon material or what, but it's raw feeling all through the entire shoe, and it's like raw edged as well past the stitches. But it looks cool in my opinion, and then you have a raw edge tongue, and then a raw edge collar around the shoe as well. And then those little Swiss cheese holes are kind of all over the place too, here and here, here and here, and then through the tongue as well. And I believe Virgil just wants people to cut those out. I don't know why he put those in there originally. Supposedly like a nod to whatever the Air Jordan was that had the window through it. I don't know. I don't know enough of the history, but I'm not going to cut mine out because I actually like the look of them there. And I don't know, I feel weird with like a big hole right here on the side of my shoe. But I like this colorway. It's definitely a nice nod to the Fire Red joints here, but done in a really nice, unique way and a great coloring. And again, I think that they did justice to the fact that it's a play on of that original vibe. It looks really clean, and it's just one of those shoes that I'm super stoked to actually have gotten. So just some of the words from sneakers. It says the Air Jordan 5 Off-White Sail colorway, $225. Virgil Abloh's take on the Air Jordan 5 arrives in a fresh color scheme featuring muted shades of sail with striking accents of fire red. The style incorporates Off-White's signature deconstructed approach with translucent textile and cutouts in the midfoot and collar, offering an elusive peek into the shoe's inner workings. The labeled signature text sits in the middle of the side panel, depicting detailed production specs while recognizing the silhouette's birth in Beaverton. I always love to see Beaverton, Oregon plastered on the side of a shoe. If you didn't know, I grew up in like Hillsboro, Beaverton, Oregon area, and actually my first house that I bought is in Beaverton, Oregon. Some of my favorite features about this shoe, if I had to name some of them off, for sure is that gum sole on the bottom with the hit of red. I think the gum sole with the hit of red just gives a nice vintage, crazy feel to the shoe, and that to me is probably my favorite little accent to the shoe, and even the lace holes and the lock here has that same sort of vibe. And then the extra little hit with the 23 on the side. The theme of the reds come together perfectly, and it definitely is an accent. The fire reds have that fire red liner in it, and this doesn't have that. So I like the fact that they kind of went in a different direction. They didn't have to mimic everything down to the T, which is something that I actually appreciate. Other than that, I like that the 23 and the Nike on the back is kind of underlaid underneath this top material. It's just cool to be able to see different layers on this. And then on the side here, you could see the actual text over top because of that cutout here, and then some of it is underlaid as well. It just is a couple different layers of stuff that you just wouldn't expect to see. So I like the fact that they added that in. And ultimately, I think that the overall colorway of this is just straight fire. This is just a really good colorway, and I still think that the black colorway is really good too. But if I had to pin these up next to each other, I would probably take this colorway over the black one just because I think that the fire red hits are that much better on it. But leave a comment in the comment section. If you had to choose between one, which one would you take, the black one or the white one? I'm going with the sail personally, and just stoked that I got these for retail instead of having to pay resale, man. It's so nice to get blessed with a retail pair instead of having to hit that $700 or $800 price point, which is something, if you guys know me and know the channel for years, like I don't like to pay resale for stuff. When I started really collecting sneakers, I was fortunate enough to be working a full-time job and having connections to go to the Nike employee store all the time. So I was getting Jordan Retros for half price. So to have to pay resale prices has definitely been no fun for me. But you know, it is part of the game, the evolution of the sneaker business in general. So obviously I'm not complaining about it. It's just a nice to have if you can get them at retail versus paying that resale. Ultimately, I'm okay paying resale for things that I really, really want, but it definitely makes it a nicer feeling to put these on feet knowing that you got them for the intended retail price and you didn't have to pay an arm and a leg. But that's my thoughts about the sail colorway. My favorite of the two thus far. Absolutely love this one. Whenever they're going to do a grape one, that'd be awesome to see a grape version as well. I would probably cop that if I could also. But I'm a huge fan of the Air Jordan 5s, and I love to see this sort of treatment on it. So Virgil did a great job, and that's the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to the channel. Notification bell to be notified. Again, check my website out. There are lots of sneaker deals going on, especially coming up. So bookmark it, and there's going to be a lot of stuff for Black Friday and in the weeks to come. So anyway, have a good one. We'll hopefully see you guys back for some more videos. Peace, guys.